Comedy and tragedy are often thought of as polar opposites, but when used skillfully, they can elevate each other to create a more engaging narrative. Including comedic elements in a serious story can be challenging, but if done right, it can provide much-needed relief for readers and add depth to your characters and plot. Here are some tips on how to seamlessly weave humor into your somber tale without undermining its gravity. Use gallows humor. Characters dealing with dark subject matter may resort to morbid jokes as a coping mechanism. This type of humor is known as gallows humor or black comedy. It humanizes your characters by showing their resilience in the face of adversity and helps readers identify with them on a deeper level. Be cautious not to overdo it, however. Too much gallows humor can desensitize readers or make your characters seem callous. Employ situational irony. Ironic situations can evoke laughter while maintaining the story's overall tone. For example, imagine an undertaker who trips over a grave marker during a funeral procession, or two spies exchanging coded messages while waiting in line at Starbucks. The contrast between the seriousness of the situation and the absurdity of the event itself elicits laughter without detracting from the stakes at hand. Utilize dry wit. Dry, deadpan humor works well in serious stories because it doesn't disrupt the narrative flow like slapstick gags might. A character's witty retorts or sarcastic observations can provide levity without undermining tension. Think of characters like Tyrion Lannister from Game of Thrones or Dr. House from House MD. Incorporate quirky side characters. Introducing a quirky, light-hearted side character can provide comic relief without detracting from the main storyline's gravity. This character can offer levity through their unique perspective on dire situations, or by serving as a foil to more serious characters. Think of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's character in Moana, or Okoye in Black Panther. Use unexpected silliness. Moments of absurdity can break tension without undermining stakes, if used sparingly and thoughtfully. Imagine a tense standoff between two rival gangs interrupted by an oblivious ice cream truck blaring its jingle, prompting brief confusion and mirth before the situation returns to its previous intensity. Subvert expectations. Humor can arise from subverting reader expectations, such as when a build-up to what seems like a tragic event instead leads to something ridiculous. For example, a character running frantically through the rain only to realize they left their umbrella at home. Be cautious not to overuse this method, however. Too many subversions may frustrate readers instead of amusing them. Allow for romantic levity. Romance doesn't have to be doom and gloom. Let your characters share tender moments that make readers smile even during dark times. Think about Katniss and Peeta sharing bread in The Hunger Games. Make use of animals or children. Pets or children often unintentionally provide comic relief due to their innocence and naivety in adult matters. For example, Draco Malfoy's encounter with the Flobberworm in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Use self-deprecating humor. Characters who can poke fun at themselves can be endearing and relatable, especially when they're in over their heads or facing insurmountable odds. Embrace the absurd. Sometimes leaning into the absurdity of a situation can be comedic gold. In The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Douglas Adams uses absurdist humor to great effect by exaggerating mundane situations, for example, trying to hitchhike off-world, to humorous results. Use meta-humor, breaking the fourth wall, and making jokes about storytelling tropes or cliches can add levity while keeping readers engaged. For example, Deadpool's constant meta-commentary. Play with language. Clever wordplay, puns, and double entendres can lighten the mood without detracting from your narrative's core themes. Think of Shakespearean comedies like Much Ado About Nothing. Incorporating comedy into a serious narrative requires finesse, but done right. It can create a well-rounded reading experience that engages readers on multiple levels. Remember to use these techniques sparingly and in line with your story's tone, as too much humor may undermine its gravity. However, used judiciously, they will leave readers laughing even as they wipe away tears. This has been your local Jayce Ran. over and out.